Hello friends, this is Sushil More, your host for this channel, OHS Warriors. So, today I'm again here for a podcast with another amazing guest. And this time, this is a very special guest who is going to talk about like a lot of beneficial things that will benefit to the audience. And before going to the podcast, I will just share a little bit about myself and then we'll go for the podcast. So myself, Sushil More, I am an occupational health and safety professional. And so I decided recently that I should help others who are struggling in their career, who want to grow in their career, who want to get fulfillment in their life. So I want to help those people of my OHS professions. With this kind of thought, this particular podcast idea came of OHS Warriors podcast. So I want that all the OHS professionals want them to grow in their career, want to help them. So they can, through this podcast, they can learn, they can implement all those things which successful people in their particular life they are doing. So they can learn and inspire from them. So with this, now we will start the podcast. So our guest for today is a highly successful person. He has a long, vast career in the sales and field. He has worked in different multinational companies, and right now, recently, he is helping a lot of people to grow in their career, who help them grow fast in their career. So he is a career coach and he is helping a lot of people. He is impacting a lot of people. He is an author and he is an amazing best-selling author. And so a lot of great things he is doing. So let us welcome our guest for today, Mr. Bro Thockchom. Mr. Bro, yeah, you can come on screen. Okay, yes. So welcome to the
Hi,
podcast.
Sushil. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So welcome to this
Thank you
podcast.
so much.
Yeah, so it is privilege to have you on the podcast, and from a busy schedule, you are taking a time for this podcast. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Sushil, for this opportunity. I really congratulate you for the great works you are doing in this perspective to help a lot of youngsters to grow in their career. Thanks for having me here in this platform today. Uh, you know, I am Bro Thockchom. I am a corporate leader turned career coach. I'm a Amazon bestseller author as well, and also I am doing a few other things like advisory member in some of the companies, and also I am a expert panelist for a research company. And apart from that, I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm having a company of my own, wherein I am working to help people in the fields of fitness and wellness. So these are what I am into at the moment. And if I talk a little bit about my background, yeah, I had a very challenging childhood. I was born in a remote village in the state of Assam in India, and I was born to the parents who were from the poor family background, who did not have a regular source of income, and who did not know even how to write ABC. However, I'm so fortunate that they had passed on good values in me, and they had tried everything that possible for me to become successful, to become somebody in my life. So I'm so grateful, and I feel so fortunate that I found them as my parents. So I had a lot of challenges in my childhood, especially in terms of financial perspectives, as well as in terms of having somebody to guide me in terms of choosing my subjects, and in the starting part of my career, somebody to guide me on which career path I should be choosing, etc., etc. And in fact, if I just take few more seconds to talk about some of the highlights about my challenges. The school where I attended, I had to walk on foot for about 7-8 kilometers every day, and that was muddy road. So every day I used to walk to reach the school and come back. And even after coming back from the school, I had to take care of the lot of stuff in domestic works, like taking care of the cattles, the cows which we owned, and at times more than 100 my village. So those were some of the highlights which I have as far as my childhood is concerned. But in the beginning part of my career, I struggled a lot. I started my career at a very, very young age of 19, 20 years. I started with a multinational FMCG company, Nestle. And so then I worked there for about 10 years. Then I moved to telecom. And in telecom, I have spent about 16 years, right? So a total of about 26 years is the total corporate experience I have. And so a few highlights, if I have to talk about the journey, is I started from a very, very grassroots, from the frontline job. And in this 26 years, I had grown to the level of a vice president. So this is the kind of career graph I had. And if I talk about my education, I am a physics graduate from Cotton College, Guwahati. I have also gone through many courses in many reputed institutions like IIM Ahmedabad, ISB Chandigarh, Center of Creative Learning in multiple places, internationally. And I am a Six Sigma, 2 times Six Sigma certified leader. So these are a few backgrounds behind me, Sushil. Yeah.
So great. I think coming from a humble background, and so like some part of the India which is not that much developed and all those things. But coming from that, then growing in your fast in the career and growing to the top level of your in your career. So very inspiring story for all the people.
During this COVID lockdown phase of about 2 years, I was just thinking about what I should be doing. So one fine day, I decided that I should be completing one unaccomplished vision or mission, whatever I had for a long time. So I thought of writing a book. So as I said, I'm Amazon, recently. 70 days writing about my journey that I had about 10 years on the lives of people who have done extraordinary works in their lives. So I had jotted down all those learnings. So the entire learnings from my research and the lessons I learned from my struggle, I encapsulated all those learnings in this book, and I have presented in the form of a framework to become successful in life. So this book, as you know, the name of the book is called From the Countryside to the Boardroom. The good news is that, I launched this book on 16th of August. And on the first day of launch, this book became Amazon bestseller. And on the first day of launch itself, and it became bestseller on 2 categories. Well, first category is on the movers and shakers category. The second category is sales category. And that was something which I didn't even imagine that I would be able to get that bestseller tag on the first day itself. And another good news I'm very happy to share at the moment is that it's been about 5 weeks that I have launched the book. And I'm able to see that my book is topping in terms of the sales among the new launches in the sales category till now. So it is the undisputed #1 bestseller in Amazon. So among
Wow.
the new books. So this is another good news I just wanted to share. Over to you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. So congratulations for your book, successful book launch and successful running of your book, which is continuously on the demand on the Amazon. So it's really great to hear from you that the book is doing well, and it's a like a very inspirational book for all those people who want to succeed in their career. So I must like request everyone that if you want to know how successful people, how they are doing, what they have done in their life, so please go through that book and take a copy and just book and just read. So you will get definitely get benefited from that. So now let's moving toward questions, further questions. So we want to know that what is the one turning point in your career? Like which change your perspective like about the success and all those things. So yeah.
Sure. So, Sushil, if I look back to my 26 years of corporate journey, I see this journey into two parts. So, there was one part of a journey wherein I took 14 years time to get just 3 promotions. Right? That was the journey which was very, very slow, especially if I talk about the growth, career growth. And there is another part of the journey wherein I could get 6 promotions in just 8 years. 6 promotions in just
Oh.
8 years. So definitely these two journeys, if I look at, which I had traversed by myself, these two journeys look extremely different. I learned something in this journey that if you learn new skills, if you keep improving your skills, then it works. So there was a point in time which I was struggling, where I was struggling. I was not able to perform. Every month end when we meet our boss and when we assemble for the reviews, so I was not able to present a good result, and it was happening for quite long time. And slowly, what happened is that I started the trust on myself was slowly it was going down, and my seniors, my peers, in fact, in front of my family, I was feeling, in fact, really miserable. And what I'm telling now is something which I am not able to express in words properly, completely. So then I took a break. I took a break for about 6 7 days, and I went far from the daily works, etc. I did meditation. I was doing a proper reflection of myself, like what is going wrong, why it is going wrong. So what I found is that few aspects of my work I was not able to enjoy properly. So it was becoming daily, morning till evening. It was a what you call hustling kind of a life, and so stressful life, always pressure, daily targets, and not able to meet the targets. So all those things were becoming a big pressure on my mind. So that's why I was not able to bring out my qualities. I was not able to live up to my potential. Then I looked at what are the things which are there where I can enjoy, like if I can leverage those. This is one thing, just to make myself give more interested to do the work. The second thing what I did was that the areas where I was lacking, am I able to see all those opportunities which is there in that perspective? Am I leveraging those opportunities well? And then if I am not able to leverage well on those opportunities, what was actually stopping me? So what came out is that many of the skill set and competencies which are required for me to be able to perform in that particular role, I found myself, to be very honest, I found myself to be lacking. Say, suppose if I have to rate myself out of the 10 points, I was just able to give 2 to 3, points in few of the parameters. So I did a complete holistic evaluation of myself in terms of my mindset, in terms of my skill set, and etc. Then what I did was that I made a complete plan that these are the skills I need to develop, these are the mindset, these are the habit I need to develop. So I started working on that every day. So I was making sure that I'm giving at least 1 to 2 hours quality time to develop on those areas. So before starting of the work, day's work, and after finishing day's work, I was, purposefully investing at least 1 to 2 hours time every day. And Sushil, what came out, it was really, really, inspiring. It was really interesting. So within 6 months time, my performance actually turned around. Then slowly what happened is that it started to reflect on my, quarterly performance, monthly performance, and yearly performance. And then, I also, another thing I took, as a step was I started to have a mentor in my life from that time. So I was constantly taking their advice, and I was constantly asking them what I am doing is something, whether it is right or wrong. So that has again became a game changing point for me. So all these things put together, what I saw was that I was able to become one of the top performers of the company, and outstanding performer of the company in the first year, and in the second year as well. And then within 1.5 years time, I got a promotion. Then I found it very interesting, and I thought that this process is really working. Then I started to tell myself, if this is working so well, then why don't you go for the next step? So why don't you play the next level game? So for me, what do I mean by playing the next level game is that I started to evaluate the, first of all the skill sets required for my present role. And also I started to evaluate the skill sets required for my next level role. So suppose if I have to get promotion within next 1 year, for the next role which I am aspiring for, what are the skill sets which are required? And I started to practice on those skill sets so that I equip myself, I develop myself on those skill sets which are required for my next level. Of course, I had to be very good in my present role skill set as well. So when I started doing that, again, it started giving results. And people started to, our seniors especially, they started to see that, this guy is really displaying the qualities of his next level. So in the next year, again, I got a promotion. So then I started working wholeheartedly, giving my heart and soul into it in this process. This process really worked. And that was the reason behind, or magic behind, getting this, sixth promotion in 8 years. And that point was the turning point in my career. So if I hope I have answered to your question.
Yes. So like very inspiring that at one point of time you were like stuck or somewhere stagnant, but then you gone through some kind of peace time, and then you reflected, and then you step back and then grown from very fast. And I really appreciate like what the plan you have made for the for one level. You have made the skill set, what skill set are needed, and then for another level what skill set are needed, and started developing all those things. So great. I think it is very very important and very to know what are skill sets we need and what skill set need for the next level. And really great. So then our next question is like that. See, a lot of people have some questions like what career to choose, like what kind of career I should choose. There are two options always, 2 to 3 options. So which option to choose as a career, and what questions should one ask ourselves for choosing the right career options?
Very interesting, very, I think, important question, which many of the youngsters in today's world would be asking to themselves. Uh, Sushil, long back, I heard a story, or I had gone through a story. It is, in fact, a speech given by Martin Luther King Jr. when he was delivering a speech in a school to the students. He was asking the students, like, do you have a life blueprint for you? Do you have a blueprint for your life? So it starts from that point, I would say. And that actually speech had completely changed the perspective, the way I look at my life and my career. So I would like to just take a couple of minutes here to explain about it. Why? See, when we build a house or when we construct something, we first prepare something called blueprint of the building or of the project. And we spend some quality time to make a powerful blueprint, because what will turn out will completely depend on the quality of the blueprint which we make. And we in fact go to experts and we take their validation so that we are able to build a top quality, super quality blueprint. So my question to the youngsters and to everyone is that, is career not a project? I would say that life or career is a long-term, large, complicated project where challenges, and to be able to successfully navigate through those challenges and also to leverage those opportunities, I think we should have uh, I would say, sound and solid blueprint for our career, for our life, is what I very strongly. Okay, if you have the blueprint, I think no one should struggle on what kind of career I should choose, or what kind of job I should do, or what I should be doing. Yes, there will be some momentary small decisions which we need to make. Life is all about choices. So those points will come. But if I compare, if I talk about making the big decision of life, which career I should choose, I think on that point people should not struggle if you really have a good, sound and solid life blueprint. In the blueprint, you should have your life purpose very clearly defined. You should have your vision and mission. Your life purpose should be very well aligned with your passion. If you have identified your passion, if you have a purpose, if you have vision and mission, then what should be your career? Your career will be part of that. Your career should be in line with that. You will see all the options available in line with your purpose, your passion, your vision and mission. Then after that, on those available opportunities which are there, you pick the best. You take the guidance from experts, your mentors. Again and again, I would say having a mentor is very, very important in life, because mentors are the people who have traversed the journey, who have seen the road, who have faced the struggles. So they are the people who can tell you, what is right and what is wrong. That saves a lot of time, energy, and that in fact assures you success. Okay, not maybe not 100%, but largely.
Yeah.
So I would say to the young stars that have a life blueprint, have a career blueprint, have a mentor, then it will become very easy for you which path to choose for you. So choosing a career path should not be a problem for you, right? So I, in fact, get into my career coaching courses. I go very, very deep in those areas so that youngsters are 100% clear. They are crystal clear about their destination 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. And they know that they are doing the right thing, so that they can give their 100% into what they do. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, yes, yes. I completely agree with you that when we are following our passion, then life becomes easy and our work becomes fun. And and also the one point I really like, that choosing a mentor who is completely guiding you which path, how to go towards the path. So So this is really great information, I think. So now our next question is like that. So people from like coming from the small cities, they have some struggles in their career. Like they have to compete with the people come from the big cities. So what would be the advice like you want to give to those people who are coming from the small cities? They have some kind of low, some less confidence from them. So what would you advise for them?
Yeah, Susil. I also used to face this problem initially. I came from a small village, as I said, and I had traveled to many places. I also faced a lot of struggles. Thankfully, I could navigate through those challenges, and I could handle those situations quite well on my advantage. Susil, here I would like to again come back to one perspective. Uh, the first one is having a clear plan, strategy, blueprint, and having a good preparation before you are stepping into a next step. Whether you are moving to a bigger city or whether you are moving to a new job or new business, I think first of all you should have a clear, well thought through blueprint, and whatever you will be doing, you will be doing as per your blueprint and with proper planning. So say suppose if you are moving to a new city, comparatively you would be knowing less people out there, you would not be having a community out there, you will not be having all those contacts, etc. I think you should do the needful preparation in terms of your stay there, and also a very strong support system out there, and also you should make a community out there, a professional community who can support you when required, and you should be 100% sure that where you are moving is the right place. I think that should be validated. Once you are through with that, I think there should not be any major challenge. But the bigger perspective I would like to talk about here is the change we are going through today in the world. There is a big technological advancements which is taking place from physical to digital world, at the moment. So this has done away with all those differences between a village and a city. If you actually look at